Once finished school, everything revolves around having enough money to do what you want. But school has never really prepared me to be financially free. I have spent hours and hours doing homework, studying dates and poems that now I don't remember anymore. And never once a professor has told me how to make money or how to manage it. And this has always made me feel a little incomplete. That's why every day I study personal finance on my own. But I don't think that that's how it should be. That's why I want to share with you the 5 things I believe that school should teach you. You just got your first job or your salary raise and you want to buy a new car, but you don't want to use your savings, and so you ask the bank for some money. And the bank is gonna give you this money because they know that you will pay them more than what they actually gave you. And they also know that they can always take back what you bought, for example the car, in order to pay off your debt. And that can also be, for example, the credit card balance that you don't know how to pay for. Imagine that the average credit card debt is of about $7,000 and that more than 70% of the Americans are stressed about paying their own debts. And that's because interest it's most of people's salary. And what I'm trying to say is actually that debt is extremely bad because it will follow you over the years as long as you haven't paid for it. And so you should always avoid to have some. The only acceptable reason to have debt is because you are making an investment that will bring you money with that. Everyone's dream is to buy a house, and it is super normal. You start searching it in the detail, you look at the garden, you look at the schools in the area, you look at the neighborhood. But once you find the perfect house, you see that you can't actually afford it. And so you need to make a mortgage to buy it. And this means that you're going to be in debt for 20 to even maybe 30 years. And this is extremely impactful to your finances because the house, despite the common belief, it is not an investment because it's not bringing you money. It is actually bringing you only costs because you have the insurance, you have the mortgage, you have the utilities, you have all the maintenance costs, you have taxes, you have a lot of costs associated with a house. So you have to be really careful about buying one. I'm not saying that you shouldn't buy a house if it is what you want, but be careful when you do it, and it is better probably to wait a little more so that your finances are more stable and you are sure that you're going to be able to pay the full mortgage. And so remember, don't buy a house as soon as you can because it's not an investment. And so now you're not buying a house, you're trying to not have debt, you have money to use. What can you do with that? And this is actually the most important thing you have to do with your money because it is what can bring you to financial freedom. And it is to find a way to make your money work for you while you're sleeping. And this actually means investing. You have commodities, you have startups, you also have real estate, which means buying and selling houses, not renting them. And over the time with compound interest, you're just going to grow and grow and grow even more your own money. And thanks to that, you can transform just a few $1,000s in hundred thousands. And so remember, well, investing is your top priority. I try to go to the restaurant once per week and on holiday outside of Europe as soon as I can. And it clearly is expensive, but I already know that I can do that because I always track my expenses, and so I know how much money I need to live with my lifestyle. And that's why it is important to track your own expenses, because between needing $1,000 per month and $10,000 a month, there's a great difference, and this totally changes your money objectives. And secondly, also tracking your expenses, you will easily find areas where you can improve to save even more money or to invest even more so that you can earn more in the future. And so remember to always keep track of your money. You finish high school or college, and clearly the first thing you have to do is to find a job. And as everybody, I've also searched for the highest paying job that I could find, which is a good way to have a good salary from the start. However, this often isn't the salary that we want to have for all our life. But to grow, to increase your salary, you need skills. And that's why it's super important in the beginning of your career to find jobs in which you can actually grow, you can learn a lot of things, you can develop yourself, because this is what is going to help you to grow and to have salary increases over the time. And salary raise after salary raise, you're going to have an income that can sustain your lifestyle. And so remember that the most important thing for your first jobs is the experience and the knowledge you can learn from them. Knowing how to manage your money is extremely important, and how to continuously increase your income, it is too. So that's why if you want to earn more, you have to watch this video. Thank you for watching and see you soon.